that has something for every single Guyanese. I was making the point just now at Trafalgar. We are commissioning a pump station there. And when you look at the various sectors, we will be seeing for the next year development, transformation, and modernization will continue. And that is a hallmark of our government, a government with a vision. And you, the fisher folks, who will be the beneficiary here from these projects, you have been making a valuable contribution to our country's development. We have heard, and we know for a fact, that based on the direct beneficiaries like you and your families, there are a number of indirect beneficiaries, people who indirectly depend on the fishing industry. The fishing industry provides the cheapest form of proteins for our people. It engages over 15,000 people, Guyanese, who earn their living directly from the fishing industry. And as I said, there are thousands of other persons who are earning their living indirectly. And that is when you earn and the money circulate in your community. The people in the shops, the market, the other services being provided in the community, they are indirectly benefiting from your earnings. So when we develop these facilities, we are not only doing it for you, the fisher folks. We know that you have been risking your lives to the elements, be it the sun, the rain, but more importantly, you have been risking your life to the rough Atlantic to provide that form of proteins for the Guyanese people. And as a government, we recognize your role. That is why over the last 4 years, especially over the last 2 years, we are in the process of developing over 100 landing sites across this country. Places where people used to land before never had proper roads, never had sheds, never had storage facility, never had landing where people can come up with your catches, never had lights, never had washrooms, all those things. Over 100 sites across this country. We have enhanced and developed to a standard where those sites now are enjoying those facilities I just spoke about. So we recognize the importance of the fishing industry in this country. That is why we will continue to make budgetary allocation and make investment in this important industry. As I said, over the last 4 years, we have seen massive transformation taking place in our country. For the first time in the history of our country, a government has delivered before its first term ends all its commitment to the people of this country. That's an achievement for all of us. And we will continue to invest in the people. As I said, yesterday's presentation of the budget, 2025 budget, we will see massive transformation. And what we have seen in the agriculture sector, we have not only seen development taking place in the traditional areas, like rice, sugar, livestock. We have seen massive transformation taking place in the agriculture sector. The Minister of Finance announced yesterday in Parliament that the country's GDP grew by 43% last year. Out of the 43% growth that we had last year, the non-oil economy contributed 13% of that growth rate. And more importantly for us, out of that 13% coming out from the non-oil sector, agriculture contributed 11% to our country's growth. And you, the fisher folks, because fishing, last year we see a growth in the fishing industry. You would have contributed to that. And that is why we are enhancing and enhancing these sites and working with you all to ensure we have proper facilities. Over the last 2 years, we have been working very closely with the fisher folks across our country, not only to develop and enhance fishing sites across the country, but we have been purchasing also safety gears. We have been working with international organizations to implement best practices. We have been purchasing tracking devices so that we can place it on vessels going out into the ocean so that we can track these vessels. We have been working with various stakeholders across the country and in the region to reduce the incidence of piracy. We know for a fact that that was one of a serious problem prior to 2020. We have worked over the years to reduce piracy so that at least the fishermen or the fisher folks who are risking their life already to the elements out there, they should at least be safe from piracy. In this year's budget, we see a large sum again allocated to the fishing sector. And this is the kind of commitment a government that has your interests at heart. This is the kind of commitment we are making. So this afternoon, I am very happy to be here, to be part of this exercise, to be part of a commitment being fulfilled. And I want to also tell you that seeing that this new shed has been built here with the wharf there, we should not be negative. We should always be positive. And I also instructed the MMA who have been executing this project that the shed over there will be rehabilitated during the course of the new month. So you'll have a shed there too. You can't do everything one time and put you all in inconvenience. You have to plan. You have to have a vision. And if we would have done that, to build that shed first, you would have nowhere to go. That is why we constructed this one here, and then we'll rehabilitate that one. You'll have both facilities to your benefit, to improve your life, to ensure you have better facilities to ply your trade in the Atlantic. That's the part of commitment. That's the part of vision. And that's a commitment for your government, the PPP civic government. So comrades, this afternoon, as I said, we are seeing again massive transformation taking place, and that will continue this year. As I said, we have seen the largest budget being presented yesterday in the Parliament. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be debating that budget. But as I said, in that budget, there are benefits for every single Guyanese. We have said during our first term in government, we will double old age pension. From this year, old age pension has been doubled to $41,000 a month. We said we'll increase public assistance. We have increased public assistance to $22,000 a month. We said when we were in opposition, because the previous government would have stopped the school cash grant, we said we'll reintroduce it. But we haven't only reintroduced the school cash grant, we said we'll increase it. And every child that attend public or private school this year will receive $55,000 from the government of Guyana. That's a commitment. That's the kind of investment that we're talking about. Every single child will receive $50,000 for the school cash grant and $5,000 for the uniform voucher. $55,000. We have extended also for $10,000 health benefit. You can go and get medical checkup. The government will be paying that. That is in this year's budget. We have also, over the last year, we introduced a new measure where we were giving vouchers to pensioners and school children to get their eye tested and give them free spectacle. We started the process of screening women with cervical cancer last year, giving them a voucher. This year we introduced a new one. We introduced a new one, that those who now getting children, a Guyanese mother getting children for the first time, will be given a one-off cash grant of $100,000. That's the kind of caring government that you have. We're giving you to get the child, and we're also paying you to send the children to school. That's the kind of thing that we're talking about. So comrades, as I said, there are tremendous benefit in our country. The future for our country is bright. We have seen massive measures in the budget. We have seen the income tax threshold increase to $130,000. Thousands of people will be coming off the tax net now. We have seen the personal income tax drop from 28 to 25%. So less people will be paying tax. We have seen more agricultural machinery and agriculture input. We have took out the taxes on those things, like agriculture machinery, generators and those things, all in this year's budget. So there's tremendous measures in this year's budget to improve everyone's life. Over $90 billion directly in cash grant and other benefit going to the children, going to the people in this country. So I'm happy to be here. We will continue to work with you, the fisher folks. We will continue to enhance your life. We will make the necessary facility available to you. I am happy to tell you that we will continue to improve this facility here. As I said, this is a major facility for you all in this part of the region. Also, we are working with the co-op at Rosignol. We have already finished the wharf there. We are building storeroom there and other things, sheds. So shortly we'll go to Rosignol to commission a new set of facilities at Rosignol. We have worked with the fisher folks in Blairmont to work and build and help them to build their facilities in Blairmont. All those are areas. Recently, many of you all who were looking at our Facebook pages and who have been plying your trade to Georgetown, you could see the transformation taking place at the Meadowbank Wharf in Georgetown. We have built a brand new wharf there. We have built new sheds. We put in lights. We put in security facilities. We are now building change the entire aesthetic of that facility, the major fishing facility in Georgetown. We are working with the fisher folks at Manripo there to build a wharf at Manripo, Good Hope, Manripo, build a wharf there. We are building a ramp there. We are putting in other facilities there, so to enhance that area. Those are major facilities across the country. We work with the fisher folks at number 79 and the quarantine to build a new building for them there at number 79, so that they can have the fisher folks who ply in their trade there, have facilities there. So right across, you heard the chairman for this event just spoke about Region 2, Regions 2, 3, and other parts of the country, Regions 4, 5, 6, all the areas. We have been working with fisher folks to develop and build your facility. So this afternoon, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we are commissioning this facility. Use it with care, use it and ensure that everyone gets the benefit here, and continue to support this government, continues to support this party. We will continue to bring development to the people of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for that very informative presentation. I'm sure all of you who are present here will have listened to the many benefits that the budget, the 2025 budget, will have had for you, and also the aquaculture fisheries. I might add, $1.3 billion have been allocated to that sector. And he spoke about the many social benefits that will accrue to you, that you will get this year. And you understand, yeah? And when he makes a promise, when Minister makes a promise, he sticks to it. Because he said a facility that will be building across here, you can rest assured 100% that will be done. Without further ado, the pleasure is mine this afternoon to invite Mr. Navin Jairam to this podium to do the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, one and all. Mr. Zulfikar, good afternoon, sir. Our Honorable Minister. My job today is to do the vote of thanks. But before I do that, I want to share a little the history of this place here. My parents used to work here. They were the first set of fish folks down here. And it's over 30 years we've been here. And I remember growing up as a little boy, sometimes to get to your boat, you gotta swim. Take out your clothes and stuff like that, you gotta go in mud and so forth. But today, I am so happy to see this here, that which I know every fisherman, every fisherman here now will enjoy this facility here. You know that you have a place to come out, bring out your catch. I know everybody will enjoy this here now. We have over maybe 300 fishing folks from here now, and everybody I know will enjoy this facility here. I really want to thank the government, the minister, MMA, the contractors who work. I must say they work very hard to get to this point to be here, for this opening. I also want to thank the members of this society, all the fishermen, for their support also. And last but not least, I want to thank all of you guys that is here this afternoon to support and to make this a success here this afternoon. Thank you.
We'll now go to the site for the commissioning of the Wharf and shed. Thank you.
Yeah, no!
So, Madam Fisherman, become a fisherman, I want that. Massive project. Different compartments. So I want some fishermen, I want that. All the fish are full.
All the fish on that. Hey, Robbie, hey, by the way. Robbie! Robbie!
Congratulations for your good job. Alright. I lose all the contact with number 3. Alright. So thank you.
That can fix. I don't know if
Like you feel I'm not?
Yeah, but set up a story. Hey. Yes, I like it. But that big cliff. And one more thing I will look for the subsidy for the water. I'm going to get one more for the water. The water is total subsidy. I'm going to get no big from G. And the water, so this young lady,
You got a fishing boat?
Yes.
How many boats you got?
One.
How you boat there? You're not fishing, you're not fishing for it.
The fish now that gets so much now.
When you catch? Later on in the year.
he didn't mention it at all.
For us,
Alright, glad I'll get it.
thank you, sir. Thank
Good
you.
boat, Auntie?
No. My son them get boat.
Yes, Dave. Hospital. Alright, boys. Tell you now, you Alright, start using it from tomorrow.